All right. Well, it was another just a great atmosphere in Gill today. On a day where it was a little bit rainy outside, people braved the weather, got out and supported us in an incredible way. Once again, I thought the team played with a great level of intensity and focus from the beginning. Everybody was aggressive. Our defense was on point. We knew Santa Clara most likely would zone us. They've shown 98, 99% zone to this point. We also thought that they could throw a changeup at us, but we worked hard against the zone in preparation for this during finals week, by the way. And this team did a great job in execution. We saw advantages that we could take advantage of early, and we went to those things. And then, like any zone, it adapts as you go. And I've coached a lot of zones, so I know that. And so this zone did adapt to us a bit, and I thought we adapted back. And when the three goes down like it did today, especially early, this team's going to be really hard to beat. And so we had inside going, we had outside going, and we played with great intensity. And so I heard we set another record. We beat our own record in rebounding margin today. Last week we set it like plus 46 against LaSalle, and then today we were plus 47. On the boards, and that has been a point of emphasis, and this team has taken that to heart, which just proves their competitiveness. And that's what, it's just so fun to coach a team that wants to be great, and this team clearly wants to be great. And so we saw that throughout our roster today, and so I'm really pleased for them and pleased with the win, the way we played, and now we get to turn our focus to the islands.
Destiny, when you guys go up against the zone, what is it that you try to do? What do you try to see leading that? And then what were you guys really able to do to get so many good looks today to start the game?
We'd worked all week at kind of seeing what was going to be open, being able to not only just pass around the zone, be able to penetrate it and kind of get it into our post and play off our five. And so that was one thing that we really talked about. And I think it really helps us, being able to play. They played zone almost the entire game. And so being able to see that, which we haven't really seen before, really lets us prepare for if it ever happens again.
Maddie, a couple of starts for you, 12 points today. I mean, you had some pretty easy looks because they got to the ball. How comfortable are you out there with these last two games, and where do you feel like maybe you've kind of improved, from the start of the season to now?
To start off, I feel comfortable out there because of my teammates. You look at what we have on the three-point line, and trust me, you'd feel comfortable too. I mean, they just create so much space, and we always work on one-on-one and being able to score one-on-one. And when you have amazing shooters out there like you do, you have to take advantage of their weaknesses.
Coach, you mentioned now moving ahead of the islands. What do you think you'll find out about your team now that you take on the road trip, a couple games against quality opponents, and heading back on the road?
More of the same, more of the same. I think at this point, each non-conference opponent provides a slightly different challenge, and they're all building, towards conference play. And so this week it was zone. We'd seen some zone previous to this, but it was 2 or 3 possessions. We'd hit a 3, they'd get out of it, and they weren't committed to the zone. This team was committed to it, like teams that we will see in conference from time to time. This weekend provides the same. Eastern Washington, I'll be honest, I haven't watched either team in depth at all. And so Eastern Washington will provide their challenges, and then A&M will provide theirs. And we certainly know a couple of the weapons that A&M has. They're well known. And so, 2 great challenges. What I do know is that being in a beautiful place and with loads of distractions will not distract this team. That's what I've learned. If you can come out with a focus like this after finals week, if you can go up to Vancouver and play with the level of focus that we did 3 days in a row and prep like they have, they're operating with a high level of maturity. And so I'm excited just to go over and enjoy, the beauty of that place, get into the schools, do our community service activities and give to the community, which certainly will get rewarded because people are going to come to our games. But I know that they'll be focused, and we'll get better through those, 80 minutes.
With a couple big wins, LaSalle and now Santa Clara, how do you still look for improvement when you have such dominant victories, and what are you still looking for in terms of improvement? And is this team playing the best basketball of the season right now?
That's easy for me. There's a lot. I mean, my halftime talk today wasn't all rosy. You know, I thought we hit a wall. You know, down the last 4 minutes, they switched to a different zone. I didn't think we executed that very well. You know, we traveled, I guess, 3 times in a row, which I'm anxious to look at, and you know, I don't know what else happened, but it wasn't pretty down the stretch, even though we were up 30. But I always tell them, I don't care what the scoreboard says. I'm not here to coach to a scoreboard. I'm here to coach them and help them to become great. Well, we're far from that. We have so much room to grow still. You know, we're playing well. We have a lot of talent on this team, and we've shot the ball extremely well, which we will. But that's due to unselfishness. But the fine-tuning and all the little details that will help us, you know, when it comes to, you know, our run at the Pac-12 title this year and so forth, there's a long ways to go.
Matt and Destiny, you guys get to go, obviously, to Hawaii and have some fun and play some games. You know, last year I think you guys were there during finals, or right before finals week, so you had some of that stretch. Is it nice this year, because you do so much of that outreach stuff, that you kind of have some time to really focus on that? I know that's a big part of what you guys do. Is it nice to kind of have that ability to just focus on that in basketball and not worry about, you know, everything else?
Do you want to go?
I mean, it is really nice to not have school to kind of worry about, but to be able to kind of just focus on the things like basketball is really important to us, but also being able to do what is the most important thing about our culture, you know, reaching out and affecting people in the way that we can. And so I think that's one important thing, is now we can just kind of put our all into the kids and basketball. I mean, how much better could it get?
No.
So after 2 good games by Maddie, what happens with the starting post in the future here? Is it just going to be game by game?
Yeah, well, I think Jay played great. Maddie's played great. Big Joe's played great. You know, Trish is coming. You know, she's getting more and more comfortable out there, and so it doesn't really matter to me, and I don't really think it matters that much to them. They know that they've got a job to fill that spot. They're doing it. We've done it to this point by committee. Who knows how it will shake out as we go forward. I just ask that they all keep improving, and that's what we're seeing. Our staff is doing a great job in their development, and it's just fun to watch them take steps forward, you know, each game. And so Maddie's done a great job playing a position she hasn't played for a long time, you know, and that's, honestly, it's selfless. I mean, she's going in and say, yeah, I can do it. What does the team need? You know, and we have 4 players that are just saying that exact thing. And so I'm excited about their progress, and I think it's an interesting, we've never done it this way. It's an interesting thing, not only for us, but for our opponents to prepare for. You've got 4 different looks, you know, that are going to come at you at a different point in the game, and they all play slightly different. And now I'm seeing our team adapt to them and learn to play with each of them in a unique way. So we're efficient when Joe's on the floor. Okay, this is the pass you throw to her. This is the pass you throw to Maddie. This is the pass you throw to Jay. This is the pass you throw to Trish, you know, which just takes time, you know, and so I see constant progress there. I'm excited about them.
And Coach, you talked about things you need to improve on. 20 turnovers, that's probably 20 more than you would have liked. What are some of the things you do in practice to kind of clean that up?
Well, that's a good question. We talk a lot about decision making, and I think turnovers come from obviously focusing on the wrong thing or being surprised by something. When you play against a zone, and I felt like this game might be closer longer than it was. I mean, we just shot the ball so well to start the game. But I kind of felt like this first quarter might be a little odd because their zone's a little bit different than most traditional zones. They're extended out to the three-point line. They bring their bottom row way higher than a lot of zones do. And because of that, you know, every catch is like typically, hey, I'm used to playing against a 2-3 zone and being open right now. Now I've got 2 people running at me. So that causes some indecision and indecisiveness. You know, so for us, it's just getting comfortable. It's looking at each situation, learning from it, you know, and coaching their eyes, you know, and that's the biggest thing that I focus on is what are you looking at, you know, and we talk a lot about that. This is what's going to happen here, and so today, I don't know. We had some stretches that we are going to get better from and we're going to learn from, you know, but overall I was pleased with our execution.
Maddie, Destiny, you guys have been just really efficient on offense pretty much all season. What would you guys say are the biggest keys to that efficiency, and what allowed you guys to be so efficient out there on offense?
I would definitely say our decision making, as he was stressing earlier. We always want to focus on going to what we call our money. So your best shot, what you do best, your strengths, and just knowing and practicing. If you put the reps in the gym, it's going to happen in the game.
To add on to that, I think when we're flowing on defense, I think our defense has been doing really good lately. And I think when our defense is flowing, our offense is flowing. And I think we're just passing up a good shot for a great shot. And I think that's when we're getting the great looks, and that's how we get to be more efficient.
All right, we'll see you in Maui.
Go Beavs.